Once again, welcome to the In-Depth Media Platform and Politico with your host, Malik Jones. Today, I am delighted, of course, to have with me the special advisor to the Office of the President, Deputy Youth Advisor to His Excellency President Mballow, the Honorable Saihou Mballow. Mr. Mballow, welcome to Politico.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. You are welcome to conduct your interview as of now.
Thank you very much. National People's Party. This is a party that has been born out of the desire of President Mballow to make sure that what Gambians are crying for, he is able to deliver. Can you tell me about the early days of the National People's Party from its inception?
Thank you, Mr. Jones. As you all know, the National People's Party was born on the 31st of December 2019 as a result of a national demand from the people. His Excellency, as we all know, His Excellency President Mballow contested the December 1st, 2016 elections as an independent candidate. Then he didn't belong to any political party. Prior to his contest, he was a member of the United Democratic Party. But then the conditions that were laid for the December 2016 elections were that for the coalitions to move forward and succeed, the candidate must be an independent candidate. That being the case, President Mballow resigned from the United Democratic Party. He became an independent candidate and he contested the elections and he won the elections. When he won the elections, he was leading a coalition government according to the agreement of the coalition that the coalition stay for 3 years. Unfortunately, that the 3 years was nowhere to be found in our Gambian constitution. That being the case, President Mballow was compelled by the constitution, which is the supreme law of this country, for him to abide by it. And the constitution, section 63 of the constitution, states that any elected president of this country should serve a term of 5 years. Therefore, President Mballow had to abide by that, and he agreed on that, and he had to continue until at the expiration of 2020 of his term, which is coming in this December. It's going to be 5 years, and he is completing his term. That's why the Gambian people, when he went on a nationwide tour, they put a demand on him. Seen your intentions, your initiative for the country. You are a tolerant leader. You are a democratic leader, and you are the person that Gambians were looking for. I think if you lead this country, Gambians will be united. Gambians will reconcile, forget about all the differences that they have, and also, moreover, the development initiative that you have, that we have seen within 4 or 5 years of your term. We are satisfied that we are satisfied that you can do better. Therefore, register your own political party.
It was a very nice, rosy coalition government at that time. In the initial time, I remember the leader of the United Democratic Party, Honorable Hussein Dabo, was then foreign minister, and there were all the other parties that chipped into that coalition were all trying to make sure that things work out very well for the government of the time. But then problems start to erupt. Can we reflect on that? Because, I mean, there was a time when today's antagonists of the president were saying, Barrow is our Barrow. But today it's a different thing that we're hearing. Can we reflect on those times?
Well, Mr. Jones, I mean, like you said, in the early days of the coalition, 2016, things were moving smoothly. First, what President Adama Barrow did was first, when he was elected on the 1st of December 2016, he made sure that all the political prisoners were released, including Ousainou Darboe. He made sure that he gave them an amnesty so that they can also enjoy the same freedom that Gambians were enjoying. He made sure he released all of them. And also, not only, he didn't stop at that, he made sure that he gave them an appointment, make sure that they contribute to national development. He appointed people like Ousainou Darboe as the foreign minister. He appointed Amadou Sane as the finance and economic affairs minister, and Lamin Dambudima as the local government minister. He appointed also at the foreign embassies, people like Kemesen Jambe were also appointed as ambassador in Turkey, and others in elsewhere. You know, you can name it. This is what he did. And also, he didn't stop at that. He made sure that other parties that were backing him in the PPP, in the NRP, people like Ahmad Ba, people like O.J. Jallow from the PPP, and also from the NCP. And he included PDP, GPDP, Henry Gomez. He makes sure that they all join forces to make sure that they work in the interest of the Gambia. That's what he did. That was his initiative. Until this thing happened, until such a time when the party that he left, that is the United Democratic Party, started to call for him to go back to his position as the treasurer, not a leader. We are coming out, pronouncing that he is not the leader of the party. If he wants to lead, if he wants to be anything in the party, he has to go back to the deputy treasurer position. That is how things started. And so many Gambians feel that it was very unfair for somebody to come up, put his life at stake, challenge the regime that was here, and fought it. And he would have been killed. I mean, nobody knows what would have happened to him. I mean, God, we were relying on God that he put his life at stake, and he challenged the past government, and he succeeded. So for that, somebody of that caliber, somebody who has sacrificed a lot to come again, won the presidential election, you ask him to go back as a deputy treasurer of a political party? That was very unfair. That is what prompted Gambians nationwide to call on President Adama Barrow to stand up to the plate. That is to put up his own register his own party. Nationwide, we were together on the Meet the People store. They asked him that we want you to register your political party, because what we are hearing from your former party is really annoying. That somebody who fought for the Gambian people, the work that you have started, and the reconciliation, the tolerance that you have, for somebody like you to go back as a deputy national treasurer, they said to him, no way, register your political party. That is how this MPP came about. We came as a political party. He picked up some members. I was included. Musa Penda Jeng was the chairperson of the political council, included Lamin Seydi, who was also a member of the political council. And we have so many people like, let's say, Alkali Conte, Siaka Jata, Lamin Cham, Dusano. We were the people that he picked up as his political council to make sure that we work to bring about a political party. We were attached in the job. Make sure that my political council now work on this, because you heard what the Gambian people are calling for. You make sure that you do your job, make sure that you come up with a political party, and that's what we did.
How were you able to succeed in making sure that his dream of a political party was realized?
We succeeded because, I mean, Mr. Jones, during our effort, during our research with the Gambian people regionally, we found out that people were ready for it. The job was very easy for it. Already the regions were ready. People who were expelled in the United Democratic Party, who were holding positions in the United Democratic Party, like him, the president, some were expelled during their congresses. People like Lamin Jata or Brikama, who is our present regional chairman. People like Ahmad Sarr of North Bank region. He was the deputy regional chairman of the United Democratic Party. He was ready for President Adama Barrow. Maudo Toure of CRR. He was also a regional chairman of. He was also a chairman in the UDP. He was also ready because he feel upset and really insulting for somebody like President Adama Barrow to be asked to go back to a treasury position. Bubu Drame of the CURR, who was also a chairman of the UDP, was also, most of them were expelled because of their association with strong association with President Adama Barrow. So it was an easy job. The moment we started the job, already structures were prepared for us to get the structures. We tapped these people, make sure that these people that I'm naming, they are there for us. We just quickly went and took them. And also Banjul, our chairman Sheka in Banjul, he was also ready for us. We have Undanyang in the KMC. He was ready. He was also kicked out of the UDP unfairly, undemocratically, which was unfair. He didn't commit any crime in the UDP just because he was close and associated with President Adama Barrow activities. They were expelled. So we went and told these people, calm down. Now here we are here. President Adama Barrow has tapped a political council. We have been taxed to register a political party. We are going to work with you now simply because you have been leading and you are known to be good leaders. You are going to be our regional representative. We are going to conduct a mini congresses in all the place regions, and that's what we did. We went to all the regions. We started in North Bank region in Kerawan. We conducted a congress. We went to CRR North. We conducted a congress. We went to CRR South. We conducted a congress. We went to URR. We conducted a congress. We came to LRR in Mansakonko. We conducted a congress. We came to Brikama. We conducted a congress. We came to KMC here. We came to Brikama, West Coast. We conducted a congress. We came to KMC. We conducted a congress, and we went to Banjul at the Atlantic Hotel. We conducted a congress, and here a regional structure was formed in preparation for the political party. We got those structures, and that's how we, 1, 2, 3, we came up with a political party. That's the National People's Party.
Your efforts to come up with a comprehensive government with the aim of fulfilling the National Development Plan seem to have been put at a very funny position, or to derail your aspirations with the coming up of this 3-year Jotna issue. How did you view that uprising to destabilize your plans?
I mean, Mr. Jones, that was unfortunate that some people came, and mostly from the United Democratic Party, people who came, who were protesting. According to the research and investigation that we carried out, it was found, we found that mostly the demonstrators were coming from the United Democratic Party. And but that didn't go well with the majority of Gambians. That's why it was stopped. They didn't get the support that they were looking for. They thought it would be it would be a national uprising that would cripple His Excellency President Adama Barrow government. That would cripple also the National Development Plan. It would distract the National Development Plan. But no, it never did. The Gambian people were ready to confront it. That very day, we saw youth from George One, who were not even who were independent, and they are good citizens, who were not even associated with the political council, who were not associated with the present national people, but they are Gambian patriotic youths who came out and confronted the 3-year Jotna, told them that you cannot destroy this country. This country belongs to everybody. The constitution of the Gambia, we want to respect it. If Adama Barrow wanted to stay beyond the 5 years constitutional term and requirement, then we would have joined you, or we would have agreed, and we would allow you to do whatever you do. But hence, he is within the limits of the Section 63 that is elected president to serve 5 years. We will not allow. We are ready to confront you for anything. That's what happened, and it was stopped, put to a stop.
President Barrow has an agenda. and that agenda was to fulfill the objectives of the National Development Plan. How far has the president gone to succeed in that grandiose plan of his?
Well, I mean, Mr. Jones, I can say he has succeeded. It's a big success that he is able to make within this short time. Number one, President Mballow wanted Gambian people to reconcile. That is to bring about a unity in this country. That is regardless of what tribe somebody belongs to, regardless of which political affiliation that you had before. He wanted people, Gambians, to work together. He wanted also to make sure that he developed this country, developmental initiative. Also they are implemented. He set up the TRRC to call on Gambians and reconcile, talk about what happened in the past, people whose rights were violated, to come out and voice it out, and also the violators to come out and prove to the Gambians that yes, we did this, but we apologize. It was done. We were compelled to do what we were doing. You understand, so that Gambians can come together and unite. That was his initiative. That was the aim and objective of the National Development Plan, to set up a TRRC. Not only that, the Janneh Commission also was set to make sure that the misappropriation of public funds was exposed, so that we will be able, or any government will be able to see where the loopholes of the past government, previous government, 50 years that has been here, where funds can be siphoned without notice. So that through that Janneh Commission, we came to know that there were so many accounts, government opened so many accounts that some were even, it was very difficult to detect those accounts. Now President Adama, through that, he set up one account for government. And also not only that, on the TRRC, we were able to know people who violated and whose rights were violated. We want to implement the report, although the report is not submitted, they are unable to submit that report that the TRRC drafted. Unfortunately, one of the lead counsel was ambitious to become a president, and he abandoned the job. He quit the job without the job incomplete job. Although they received their salaries, they were paid. It's unfortunate. If you are given a contract to do something, your contract will only end at the completion of your job. That is after submitting your report. That never happened in the case of the TRRC.
We will deal more with that later on. But right now, let me turn my attention to you in particular.
Yes.
You are the Deputy Youth Advisor to the President.
Yes.
What are you telling the President regarding the youths of this country?
What I am telling the President is, Mr. Jones, I always remind the President, which he knows very well, that the youths, and he is all the time saying it, that the youths are the future leaders of this country. And also the youth comprises of 63% of the population of this country. Therefore, they are very important. Their education is important. Their skills, level is very important for us to give them that. Employment is very important to the youth. We all agree as a team who are working together with the Minister of Youth, responsible for youth affairs. We are all working towards their success, and we are doing that. That being the case, scholarships have been afforded to so many youths who are studying right now outside. So many youths have scholarships, and also in the country we are offering scholarships to some youths. And not only that, we are trying to improve the educational system in the country. So many schools were almost, they were at the verge of collapsing. And His Excellency President Mballow, through this advice, has upgraded most of the schools in this country. He has built new schools, a college in Basse, and also laid a foundation of a nursing school in Bansang for the nurses. And also he has, like I said, he has upgraded so many schools. That is all for the betterment of the Gambian youth, so that they can become better youths in the future or tomorrow.
Elections are not far away. We have less than a month to go for elections as we speak. And you will need to tap into that vast reservoir of youths. What are you advising the president in tapping in that vast reservoir?
Well, what I'm advising is, I mean, we are continuing on. We are His Excellency. I'm discussing with him, and we want to double our effort in that avenue to make sure that youth empowerment is increased, and we are doing it. We make sure that the youth are empowered, and also their sporting skills is improved. We have seen that in the recent past. We have seen on the volleyball team. We have seen that on our football teams, on Scorpion, the improvement that they have done in the recent past since President Adama Barrow has came, because of the encouragement. We have seen that. We have seen Gina, people like Gina, the young lady, who has performed extremely well under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And I don't think whether Gambia has ever performed like this. A Gambian youth has ever performed like this. And it is an excellent performance. I mean, thank God to His Excellency President Adama Barrow encouragement in the area of sports, in the area of educational sector.
I'm still looking at the youth. We're seeing that a lot of people now, instead of coming to the urban area, are really returning back to the rural areas, and this is well manifested in the registration exercise that has just finished. Now, the rural areas are picking up again in terms of voter registration turnout, especially young people. Is this because of the amenities that are being provided for young people in the rural areas?
I must confess to you, Mr. Jones, that this government has done extremely well for the youth and is going to continue to do it. Look at the bridges that has just been inaugurated in the Upper River region, Mr. Jones. The workforce was done by the youths, Gambian youths. They were employed to do that, to build that bridge. Welding, everything, you name it, masonry, everything. It was the Gambian youths. They gained employment. Some youths have even taken me in my just completed recent tour. Some has taken me to their homes and saw me. You know what? They said to me, Honorable Mballow, because of the employment that I got in that project at the bridge, that's why I was able to build this house for my dad. My dad has been working for government here more than 20-something years. Even a small hut, even a corket, he has never got built in here for my mom. I'm telling you this. But they said because of this today, I have built this house. Some youths have taken me to shops that they open shops for their dads, because of the employment that they gained within the 5 years under President Adama Barrow. Some youth told me they traveled back ways, long time before President Adama Barrow coming. They were deported here. They came, there were incentives that they were giving money, training, skill training, and that they were giving loan. They saw me shops. Some saw me tailoring machines, tailoring workshops that they are operating right now because of President Adama Barrow. I never asked them. They were the people who took me around to show me that we have, this is my tailoring workshop, this is my welding workshop, this is my carpentry workshop, that I got the training that I got. I have opened my own workshop. So I am happy. That means that it is working, and it's going to continue on.
All right, I'll ask you this very contentious question before we swing on to the current issues confronting the country right now. There is a little fracas between the government of the Gambia and the European Union concerning Gambian deportees that we have not actually wanted, we are not ready to receive them. Is this because of the politics of the day?
Malik John, this is not because of the politics. This is our stand. We believe that our youth who are outside there should not be, they are already there. We never wish for them to go through the way they went to Europe. They went through the back way. It was very risky for them. Now for them to go up to Europe, you send them back without giving them training. We advise, we are trying to negotiate with the European Union to make sure that to allow them stay there, give them proper training, skill training and education, because they risk their life to go through the back way. That's why that is our position. We don't hate our citizens. The president wants his citizens. These are his citizens of this country. But what he is calling for, he wants these citizens who risk their life through however means on notice to the government. Hence, they have any destination that they have arrived, whether in Europe, whether in Asia, whether anywhere outside of the Gambia. We want those nations to make sure that respect the fundamental and human rights of our young citizens. That is our position.
You're watching Politico. My guest is the Deputy Advisor on Youth Matters to the President, the Honorable Saihou Mballow. Mr. Mballow, we're going to switch to the current situation right now. Nominations are almost at an end, and we have seen the work of the National People's Party, which has culminated in that gigantic, monumental display of humankind accompanying the president. What can you allude that to? What happened? Why? What happened? Some people think that you borrowed the angels from heaven.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, we really, everybody was happy. The president is optimistic that when the votes are counted in December 4th, he will emerge the winner. It has been manifested yesterday by Gambians. These Gambians, nobody forced them to come out. Nobody gave them a dime. Let me tell you that. Some of them even left their farms, forcing that they have to come make sure that their president, their loved president, is nominated. I'm telling you this, Sam. It was so joyful. People came all over. Some people left their cows separate. They said, I have my cows, but I'm leaving them with my brothers, with our brothers. We have to go and make sure that this president, who has brought about peace and stability, a president who is trying to develop and reconcile the Gambian people, is nominated and given a second mandate to continue his work. This is why these people were here, all over. They came all over the country, every corner of the country. They said we cannot be left out. In fact, we had problem because some rented, could you believe me, some rented their own vehicle without even the notice of NPP, National People's Party. You can hear, if you are really monitoring the social media, you can hear some drivers complaining that they are not paid. Do you know why? I'm not saying every driver, but some drivers were hired, were rented by some people who wanted to come by any means.
Without your notice.
Without our notice, and they have to be here. Now it is very unfair for them to come and witness this thing, and we leave them like that. That's why they are complaining that we came and our drivers are not paid, those vehicles are not paid, we rented them. They brought us here. So this is that is from every corner of the Gambia. Nobody came here from any other place in the Gambia.
Talking about vehicles, please accept my condolences on the demise of those people who were coming all the way from, I think, from Basse and happened to get involved in that fatal accident. My condolences. I heard the president send his condolences the day of his nomination at the IEC, offering his condolences to the bereaved families. I think that was a great statement. Now, tell me something about when you listen to the president talk during his nomination. What kind of statesman are you listening to? Who were we listening to?
We were all listening to a president who is loves the Gambian people. We were listening to a president who is very patient. We were listening to a president who is developmental oriented. You can, if you listen to his messages to the Gambians, telling them to be tolerant, telling them to be united, telling them to stay away from violence, telling them that this is our country, telling the youth, you are the future leaders. That's what he told them. That's what he put to them. He said, this is your country. Don't allow this country to be destroyed. This is your nation. We are here, we will live. This country is going, you people are going to continue. Some people were before me. We are here before me. That's how he put it. He said, I'm here now, I'm going to leave it with you people. Therefore, Gambians, don't allow anybody to cajole you into violence or cajole you into destruction. This is our nation. We should make sure that we work for the interest of this country. That's this message that he sent yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
The president also had a word for the Independent Electoral Commission. And he said, and I quote, you are the referee and you have to be independent. That was a strong message to the president, to the IEC. IEC has two references to make. They have the Electoral Act and they have the Constitution of the Gambia. And the president has called on them to be very fair in their dealings in this nomination exercise. Can we put that into perspective?
Well, Mr. John, that's for us demonstrate how fair the president is. Mm-hmm. If a president of a nation can send a message to the Independent Electoral Commission that now the ball is in your court for these elections. Mm-hmm. Do the right thing. Make sure that the constitution of this country is respected. Mm-hmm. I think that is a very clear message. If he was a dictator, he would have been interfering, telling them do this, do that. But he is for us telling them that, well, you are the people that the Gambian people are looking upon to make sure that you conduct these elections. Therefore, do the right thing. You know what the Constitution states. That means it's not even he, including himself. Let them give everybody a fair play. If there is anything that he has done wrong that would stop him from contesting the election, that so be the case. So be it, rather. If anything also that would allow him to contest the elections, let that go. He has given them and the Gambian people are also watching, and they also know what their constitution states. They know what their electoral law says. So this is simple. It's not a matter of the president. Now it's left to the Independent Electoral Commission. If anything what they are doing, it must be in line with the constitution of the 1997 Constitution and also the Electoral Act. I think that is very important in order for them to be respected nationally and internationally.
We are going to have campaign period beginning on Tuesday. Another monumental and difficult time when it comes to elections. We have seen over the past elections some fracas between political parties. What is the NPP message?
Well, our message here is, first of all, NPP, like any other political party in the Gambia here, we are going to engage on our campaign. And our message to Gambians is let them maintain peace and stability in this country. First, that's the message. Peace and stability in this country, because that's the message the president is sending. Without peace and stability, no country can develop. So that's the message. Make sure that the campaign is conducted in a very polite and respectful manner. That is very important. Listen, Sam Jones, now with the whole world has become a global village. The whole world has become a global village. That means people messages. Whatever is happening in other countries, in other neighboring countries, we know. Whatever is happening in the world, we know. We no longer live like in those dark days, in those black era, dark era, whereby communication was difficult. There was no internet. People were behaving like animals, chopping each other, stabbing each other. Now democracy has taken off throughout the whole world. Gambians did it in 2016. Liberia has done it. We have seen that. Without violence. Other places has also done it. Ivory Coast has done it. We have seen it in Ivory Coast. We have seen it elsewhere. People now are united. They respect the rule of law. Everybody. They make sure that they code the rule of law and they move their constitution. They move their nations. And that is what the message is. Let the Gambian come out and vote in full force. Vote for the MPP leader, President Adama Barrow. Make sure that he will continue the job that he has started, and also the peace and stability within the neighbors. We have seen the peace that exists within the neighbors today, in the regional neighbors. We are all friends. We are friendly. He is friendly. Gambia is friendly to Senegal. Gambia is friendly to Guinea-Conakry. Gambia is friendly to Guinea-Bissau. Gambia is friendly to Mauritania. Gambia is friendly to all these countries, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, you name it, Ghana. I mean, that's what we want to maintain.
All right. I will come to the strategy for the campaign later on. But let us look at the APRC factor in the NPP. How do you receive Fabakary Tombong Jatta and his APRC?
Well, Mr. Jones, really, Fabakary Tombong Jatta and the APRC, they need to be commended. They need to be commended by the Gambian people, not only MPP, that they took a bold decisive step to come and join a leader who defeated their party 5 years ago. That was a very difficult decision. We all know. It is very difficult for somebody to win you in an election. After a few years, you go and tell him that now I have joined you, supporting. I have seen definitely what you are up to. I should follow. I should support you. It was a very difficult move, but they give all that criticism back. They said, listen, we know the problem, we know the criticism that would come on us, but we are looking forward for a better Gambia. Therefore, we are coming, we are here, we have come to support you. We thank them. MPP thank Fabakary Tombong Jatta and the entire leadership of the APRC. Really, we really appreciate it, because we have seen that they are patriotic citizens of this. They love the country. They didn't do it for their selfish interest. Nobody gave them a dime. Nobody gave them a single budut. But they came willingly, without a demand that we must get this money, or you must buy us this, you must do us this. No, they said we are coming, and we have come to support President Adama Barrow because of the interest that he has for the country. He wants to develop this country, he wants to reconcile. And that is the fact. Because if President Adama Barrow was somebody who is very vindictive, he would have been going after the APRC party and also the APRC leadership. But he never did that. He said, we are all Gambians.
How will you leverage on what you saw on Thursday during the president's nomination in the forthcoming elections?
What I saw yesterday.
You're going to use that very seriously.
Going to use that
in your campaign.
We're going to use that very seriously. It was amazing to see all that crowd, thousands of people, and also the women wing. We must thank the women wing of the MPP under the leadership of Maimouna Baldé. They did a wonderful job, because every party, you see, parties have structures. Or every political party.
She runs the women's wing.
She is heading the women's wing. She is
Okay.
the mobilizer, national movement mobilizer of the women wing. We have different structures, but for the women wing, she is the head. Put in mind, this was not organized by central government. If it was organized by the government, they would say that they stole our money, they took it government funds. But this was MPP and under the women wing. The youth wing also did a similar thing during the tour, under the leadership of Keba Madi Bojang and Keba Lang Fofana. The youth, they organized themselves. They organized a big meeting. I think you saw that one.
I did.
And that was also under the MPP youth wing. They did a wonderful job for the party. Now, Maimuna Balde, under her leadership, National Women Wing also organized a big rally after the nomination yesterday. You see the women. In fact, it has never what happened yesterday has never, in the history of Gambian politics, it has never happened here in this country. For women wing to organize such a rally and make sure that, in fact, they conducted the meeting yesterday. It was Ami Fabure who chaired the meeting, not the men. They said they want to chair this thing, a women wing. Hence, the women wing, the ministers are part of they are part of the MPP. They are supporting the MPP, or they are MPP members. They all of them contributed, including the vice president. They came and backed the women wing of the MPP. It was a successful rally. Women came all over. They were the people who were even interpreters. Even the interpreter was a lady. It has never happened here. So Gambia democracy is moving. Is definitely very impressive that really we have democracy now. We are very happy that the youth wing of the MPP and also the women wing of the MPP are doing a wonderful job.
What is the president saying regarding what he saw on Thursday? Has it put him on top of the hill?
President couldn't believe this. He was so impressed. He said, "This is amazing." When he came out, he said, "He couldn't." When he saw the crowd, he was overjoyed. Malik, he was overjoyed. He said, "Look at this crowd. Nobody, you people, how all these Gambians came out here just to see my nomination." He said, "Thank you, Gambians. Thank you, Gambians. Now I have seen that really you want me to continue. I have seen that you are satisfied with the job that I have started." That's the message. That's the message he sent. He said he thanked them because for Gambians to come in large numbers, in thousands, almost more than 50,000, all the streets of Serekunda, Banjul were full. I'm telling you, up to Bova Zone. I'm telling you, transport. Some people couldn't even have transport to bring them. Up to Foni, they were hustling to come and reach here. So it is wonderful.
On a final note, what is the expectation and your message to your militants?
The message is the victory is here. Comes December 4th, President Adama Barrow is going to emerge the winner.
Shall we correct the date? It will be December 5th.
Sorry. Thank you, Sam.
December 5th.
Come December 5th,
Yes.
President Adama Barrow is going to emerge the winner. What we are calling on the Gambians to come out and vote. Let them not be tired. Let them not sit down and relax and say, "Well, we know he will win. I don't need to go. He is going to win because my friends they have gone. They have voted." Let every single vote count. We are calling on Gambians to come out in full force. Before they even cook for breakfast, before they start cooking for lunch, let them go out to the polling station, cast their vote, and come and get new batteries for their radios. Listen to the announcement, because every Gambian is saying, I'm just from Koina. I went up to Koina. I went to Woodley Sandu, Kantora, Basse, Jimara. People, all ladies sitting down there, they are all called. They are saying that whether this election, do you think this will happen? Are you people really going to, the election is coming? Because we are eager to cast our vote for President Adama Barrow. People in the villages, all of them. Because this is the president we are looking for. We are in peace. Look at the roads, good roads. Look at the bridges now. Look at the health center improvement that the health centers are going. Look at boreholes. Look at milling machines that President Adama Barrow has supplied us. They come and hold my hand. Honorable Mballow, come here. Is this president who constructed this road for us? It is the president who constructed this bridge for us. It's the president who brought this milling machine for us here. So it's, really, Sam, we see no reason. We have nothing to worry about. Now what we want is we want a big margin, a landslide victory, so that the whole world will know that really the Gambian people have done it. A landslide victory. We know we will win, but we are urging everybody to come out and cast your votes. Even if you are in a smaller village, we will make sure that you come and cast your votes. President Adama Barrow will win. We know that, no doubt.
Honorable Saihou Mballow, President Adama Barrow will win. We know that. There is no doubt. On that note, I want to thank you so much for giving us the time for this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. John. Thank you always. You people, the media is very important to us. That's why His Excellency President Adama Barrow has given Gambians the media free in this country. Right now, I think it's more than almost 40 radio stations that are operating in this country. Televisions also, I can't tell you the number, but I know it's a large number now, television stations that are operating. Even the WhatsApp now, they have become information platforms whereby information is flowing on a daily basis. But I am also on a note, on this note, let me tell Gambians that let them be very careful with the information that would come out on campaign and elections. Not every information center should be trusted. They should look for authentic and credible information centers or radio stations that will really come out and give information. And also the journalists, let them be very mindful of their credibility. Credibility is very important, Sam Jones.
It is.
Somebody, you can get money, you can get anything, but the moment you lose your credibility, you are nobody. And whatever they are doing here, Gambian journalists, the whole world is watching. The moment there is a question mark on what they are doing, that would hamper their career tomorrow in the future. Other people would judge them because of that. So thank you very much for coming. I say thank you to viewers. Thank you to television station.
Thank you very much. That was the Deputy Advisor on Youth Matters to President Adama Barrow, the Honorable Saihou Mballow. He was talking to us on In-Depth Media. I am Malik Jones. Join me back in 7 days' time. Keep watching and bye-bye.